What did you do? So they can hear me, right? So I can run the intro.
There we go. Had to switch my mic over, but good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Limpy28, your caster for today, your main caster for this EU semifinals, and co-casting with me, as you can tell below, is the wonderful Trip. How are you?
I am doing great, and I can't tell you how excited I am. I mean, I was up all night looking forward to this, and yeah, I'm so excited for these matches today. We've got some bangers. The top 4 teams in the EU are playing today, and we've got 2 of them right here. We've got Beginners and Vikings.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, these 2 teams, being on the top end of the, standings in the EU and in the world for a long time, and just it's going to be a great matchup. It's been a great postseason and great regular season here in the IVRL, and it's coming close to an end. I mean, we are only a week away from finding out who the world champs are going to be.
Yeah, what? Only like 6 matches away? I think
yeah,
something like that.
We'll have another EU matchup going at the same time right now. So if you're on our channel, there'll be another EU matchup on IVRL2. Make sure you check over there. And that is Lambo and Solar Bob giving you that one today. Let's take a look.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, let's take a look at the bracket that went down for the tournament. Or that's... So how it's going
Which
today.
bracket are we looking at?
Yeah, we're looking at the semifinals. We're looking at all of it. So showing the EU and the NA, we're in the regional semifinals right now where Beginners and Vikings will play today, and Boss Fight and Team K are playing. If they do win, they will face each other tomorrow, and the losers also face each other tomorrow. So later tonight at, 7 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. Eastern?
6 p.m. Eastern.
We have the NA regional semifinals, G-Men versus Dark Matter and Raptors versus Dark Tidings.
All these dark teams in the
exactly,
finals. Maybe we need to change our name to Dark Kai.
Yeah, we'll be Dark Tempo. I mean, I already got rocking the tempo. Be the Dark Tempos. No, but let's also jump into who is playing and their starting lineups today. So today we got Beginners versus Vikings. Let's take a look at the starting lineups and the profile picks.
Yeah, we have all that fancy stuff on the side of Beginners. We've got Stragic, Pause, Smoils, Raph, Lon, Seaquick, and Dr. Killinger. And then on the Vikings side, we've got Mantis, Lone Miyagi, Embolism, Noctum, Shadow Warrior, Throywin, Caltrop, and Turtle. And their standings are number 2, Beginners in the EU, and number 3, Vikings in the EU. The 2485 and a 2462 SRS scores.
Yeah, and thank you so much, Trip, for all these great graphics, as I've been sitting in VC with him the last couple nights, and he has been banging it out. I mean, late nights. I think 4 a.m. last night, trying to finish everything.
4 a.m. I sent everything out to the casters, and I said, have fun.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some fun. It's been a morning. We got everything squared away, and I'm just ready to watch people kill each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Still waiting on some of the information from the teams. Don't have their bans and stuff yet and their map choice. So as we're still waiting on that, let's take a look at the prize pool and how things are going to pay out with that. Another great graphic that these guys have been working on. Pull that up here. And then as you can tell, as the charts do raise, this is a special thanks going out to the IVR officials donating their own personal money, the Raptors donating their last season championship money, and James Boak donating some Boak stocks for some of the teams as well. So today, what we're going to see is possibly the third place team going to take home $280 a piece, and them going to move into the second place team $840, and then regional champs, the NA and the EU, taking home $2180 a piece. And then next weekend, when we have our world championship title, that winner is also going to take an additional $1,400 home. And then some Boak stocks thrown in that area too.
The Boak stocks are actually going to the regional champions.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, a good prize pool. I mean, I'm happy with it. I feel like it's worth playing for, right? You know,
absolutely.
That's a good number.
And does look like we have a map up.
Yes, sir, we do.
Map 1, none other than Bazaar. And a great first map. You know, Bazaar is going to offer us a lot of great options as far as close quarters comes, and long range. It's just it's a big map. It literally is, but then you have so much tight areas. So you got your wide, big square of a map, but then you got it, you know, broken up into blocks or however you want to call it, neighborhoods or whatever you want to call it, and you got your close quarters action in that.
And let's talk about the ban and map pick structure. Since this is playoffs, there are some changes from the regular season. So the away team gets the first ban, then home team bans, then home team also gets to choose the map. So this is a beginner's map choice.
Yep. Awesome. Let's see if you made it in there yet.
Yep, I got you.
You got my teams for me.
Boom. Set.
Man, you are on it, Trip. Is there nothing you can't do?
We worked a whole season to get this stuff smooth as butter.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope today goes just as well as it has all season. Again, Lampy 28 coming to you. First time on camera and on cast. Trip made me do it. Mama made me do it. It's things that, you know, sometimes you just don't want to do, but you're forced to.
Up next is his OnlyFans.
I don't know about that. No. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let's take a look while we're waiting for those guys to get going. A little bit of caster info, a little bit of extra, a little bit of fun stuff that went down as far as, you know, Trip wanted to put some caster stats together, and you can see the stats there and some of the stuff that we've been tracking all season. But I did hear the beeps, so let's jump back into the gameplay. It looks like they are going to start things off.
And we are running the ice cream truck objective, South Central. I don't know, what do you guys call it? We call it ice cream truck because there's an ice cream truck next to it.
Yeah, no, yep, we call it ice cream truck. We call it Split Street as well.
Okay. Just writing things down in my notebook. Don't worry about it. Looks like beginners putting that smoke out early, trying to make this cross. Looks like I had a whiff of a throw there, but they are really good at getting this smoke cross. Quick and Pause both moving up. Stray Jack watching their flank. Lonwick getting hit as he made the cross. Lone Miyagi up on that second floor looking, but didn't see Pause come up in here. He goes down. And Shadow Warrior went down to a 203 into the objective. Mantis gets paused. They're crashing back. Lonwick and Quick, they're going in fast. Noctum gets one. They're all way off objective, though. Shadow Warrior should be calling this out. Lonwick is on with Tablet out. And we're like less than a minute in to the first map. Is he going to get the code in? Mantis doesn't make it back in time. And beginners get a cap right off the bat in 51 seconds.
Wow. What a great job there. And unfortunately, I was stuck in POV mode as I could not escape from POV mode.
Oh, no.
May have that issue. Hopefully it won't last today, but we'll figure that out here.
Disable that script.
Yep.
And then we are good. Also, I did not spell Vikings correctly. It's missing a K. So just ignore that. Ladies and gentlemen, I know how numbers and letters work. I promise.
Oh my goodness. So we do apologize for that first round. It didn't capture the uplink getting sent as I was trying to figure out and go to POVs. But again, here we are in the Split Street objective of Bazaar. Right next to Ice Cream Truck, as we were explaining there. Here in the middle is the Ice Cream Truck. Man, what a first round. I mean, right off the bat, we are going to a 2 points lead here. And, man, beginners.
It's something so hard, right? It's this objective. You want to spread out. You want to determine where they're coming from. But the farther you spread out, the more you move east and west to gain that knowledge or get into a position where you can stop that cross. If they're coming from the other way, you have to start heading back as soon as possible. You can't just stay away from the objective, and it really pays off if teams want to be aggressive. We've seen it before. I remember I've seen Animal House throw smokes, not even on the cross. They throw it right in the middle onto the objective and then just run across the street. Like, there's been all kinds of crazy plays on this objective, and putting Vikings on the back foot with a 2-0 lead right off the rip is a good play from beginners.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And we're getting quickly started here on round number 2. Beginners taking an early 2-0 lead with that uplink sent on round number 1, and objective staying in the same spots as beginners now on defense for the split street / ice cream truck objective. And somewhat of a same approach as Vikings are smoking the cross is more or less the approach to take. Same smoke placements coming out.
Pause, putting some shots off, just trying to make sure that smoke is clear. He's going to get up on that scaffolding and try and see, but there's a good amount of coverage.
And Embo finding Lonwick and Shadow Warrior finding Pause on the scaffolding, clearing out 2 of the beginners right away as the smoke is not only blinding the opponents, but making them rotate crazy rotations to ensure no one is coming onto the objective, and picks are starting to come out because of that. Stray Jack finding Embo. Naktab could not hit that cross as Mantis does find one on objective. And again,
Smoils doesn't even know Shadow is right behind him.
Oh my goodness, and another cap comes out.
What are we seeing right now? What is happening?
I don't know. I was trying to keep up with all the shots, and I saw all the blue on objective and didn't make that. I made it in a long shot of a distance, but
I will say, Vikings 4 seconds slower than.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and I keep trying to hide myself with the gameplay mirror, but I'll finally turn that off. I'm just trying to show you and you only here, Trip.
Oh, yeah?
But hopefully you taking them predictions, you get them out, because, man, first round was looking good for you if you pick beginners, but right back, Vikings coming back and coming back strong, a cap themselves. And it's been a weird matchup for EU, especially due to the fact of just the quickness. Another minute. It was a minute. That was a minute long.
Yeah.
And 2 caps in under a minute. So here we are, 2-2. And best of 3.
And now we're moving. Wow, now we're moving to the Kiat. So it's going to be another potential. If you get that eastern spawn, man, pushing right through that, up that eastern courtyard and into the spawn, you can get this one really quick too. But I do want to bring up something we talked about before the map. These guys, according to the site, haven't played since January. They haven't played each other.
Yeah.
So
and that's big, because the EU is a small team pool. Like, they play each other often and a lot. So that for not to be since January, it's quite a while.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that happened, because I feel like that's a long time, but these guys are bringing out. I mean, they are going to be scrimming. Obviously, it is a small map or a team pool, but I just feel like they're going to be pulling out things that they've been saving up all season, right?
Right.
Now they know where we spawn. Now they know where we spawn.
No. Were you on the Viking side as well?
Yeah.
Now they know where the defense spawns. As they were saying, when you're on offense in this game, you do not want to shoot in the middle of the loading into the round, as it gives away your position of where you're starting your spawn in, because in this game you can spawn in multiple locations as offense, and the defense is unsure where you spawn until obviously they see you or you shoot. And that's going to play a big factor on the defense itself, as we do have the Kiat objective, one of the more controversial, spicy objectives, as you know, there is multiple positions to send that uplink from and cap from.
He's on the west side of the outskirts.
Yeah, basically 6 rooms, 2 floors of areas to cap, and defensively it is a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad before, but after they took away the divider in the middle, I think it got worse. You just can't tell. You can't tell where someone's going to go for this cap, because there are so many positions. You can cap on top. You can cap on either side on the top or either side on the bottom, I believe. Or you could smoke crawl right up to the objective and, stay low. There's all kinds of positions.
Yeah, it's true. It's, when you're last man up, you are constantly rotating. You cannot stop. And you don't even have time to, try to shoot or find anybody. You're more or less just trying to get out there and die and give up your 1 point rather than losing 2 points. And as the major attack comes from the west side here, we do have one lonely man, Stray Jack, in the far northeast, going to try to flank them a bit. As Lomiyagi's second story here, watching the western approach as Embo sits in the back of the Kiat, north side of Kiat, ensuring no one comes through those back doors. Shadow Warrior in a good position, watching that line across the market here as Nakdam is in the market towards the south side, keeping an eye on the road. Shots coming out from Pause as I believe he sees his own teammate.
Looks like a guy, though.
I'm not sure if he was just pre-firing, but maybe he is shooting a Stray Jack. Normally, you can have a guy defending in the behind those cement bags.
So I know what Pause is seeing, honestly. He just said, I thought that was a guy, but it's a black trash can or a black barrel that sits by the bags in the north. And from that distance, I've shot at it before too. It just makes you think it's a person as Nakdam in market finds one over there by the refrigerator there in the souvenir shop. Very popular spot to sit and look at the Kiat. Stray Jack tossing a grenade, not really connecting with anybody, looking for Embo, honestly, in the backside of the Kiat. And the real pressure is going to come from Seaquick and Lonwick. More likely, they're going to pressure the west side and possibly let Stray Jack push in from the north.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look at the overhead and seeing where the attack could come from. Stray Jack's just hanging out, waiting. But, Lone Wick gets knocked him on the south side of the bazaar. And that puts it down to 3 Vikings, 4 beginners. Yeah. And Quick just creeping up. And honestly, if he stays low, he's good.
He's good. Shadow Warrior was watching this line. I had my laser on Shadow Warrior a minute ago. He had this line, more or less to sandwich the finish line on the, south side of Kiat here, the front side. And as Seaquick does move closer and closer, Shadow does find his way in. Pause, finding Lone Miyagi in the window, leaving 2 left here for Vikings. Shadow Warrior finding 1. Seaquick running inside. He's going to get inside. He's going to cap this. He is upstairs, takes down Embo. And they need to keep the other guy alive. Will this cap come out in time? And
Quick's typing it in. They shoot. They shoot at Shadow. They take the kill over the cap. Oh, no.
Well,
Quick is not happy about that.
But I was on Quick, and I did not, unless he did some mic clicks or something, I didn't hear any, any verbiage come over the microphone as into, their capping or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
This gameplay mirror does not stay off.
Toggle the caster 2 on and off, and that should fix it.
Okay. Maybe I want to hide me, though.
My programming is top-notch, people. Top-notch. Also going to get us a multi-stream link up.
All right, very nice. Man, what?
I did just pull up our stream, though. Man, we look so good.
Do we look good?
We look so good. This is all about us today, guys. It's all about us.
About us. Yes. No, and make sure you are jumping back and forth and taking a look at the other matchup, as Boss Fight is taking on Team K, also known as KFOT. And man, we got to give it to those Team K members and KFOT members, as we have noticed it is early in the morning for those guys right now. And due to the timing, best timing for these guys, I think it's 2 a.m. for some of those guys over there. So they are committed, and they're the unfortunate ones almost in every matchup, because everybody else, they're like the only ones that are in that part of the world, and they struggle getting matchup time set. But yeah, jump over to IVRL too. Make sure you're following that one as well today. There is a multi-stream, so you can click on both, and if you can watch both streams at once as well. And as we get into round number 4 only.
Yeah, I was gonna say math is hard.
I know. I had to think about it there for a second.
They're making it real difficult for us here.
The cross, so that way I don't shoot you.
And objective staying in the same location as giving each team a chance at offense and defense. So we do have the Kiat objective. Seaquick running through the market. Gonna take position there at the fountain. Pretty known spot, but pretty powerful as well, as you do want to take or have control of that front entrance. Manta, Shadow Warrior, and Lo Miyagi taking up shop here in the southeast or southwest. Go ahead.
I'm wondering here. So, like you said, Seaquick spot, very, very common.
Yes.
A 203 from Miyagi's position might be a good play here. I'm wondering if any of the Vikings actually took a 203.
Miyagi's running the AK-5C, pretty standard. So no 203 with him, as he is kind of have Overwatch into the market.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like any of the Vikings want to give up that accuracy for that one potential utility. I mean, it's a big cost, but we've seen it play out well.
Yeah, do you have nightmares for M203s? Is that true?
Look, we don't. My therapist said that we don't talk about it.
As a member of Tempo Up, captain of Tempo, and one of our players, Thickles, runs the M203 Religious 3 with the frag. And we just recently played Kai a few times, and lots of M203s were shot. And Trip was on the other end of that quite often.
Okay, back to the game. Let's move on. Let's move on from that. So I do want to bring up something though. So Pause last round was taking that northwestern position and shooting at the barrel that he thought might have been a person.
Yeah.
But the reason he was doing that is because if you look at where he is now, you play against your positions, right? You expect someone to be. So he is hanging out in the back, and he's expecting someone on the defense to be there when he was attacking. And we see a lot of that.
Yeah, and he is, I mean, aggressively out in the open, but he is watching a very important line, and he's watching a line all the way to the edge of the wall, edge of the map, to where they cannot get into that corner without crossing his visibility. So, one, as offense, you have to be looking exactly there to find Pause, or he will get you first. But, yeah, it's an aggressive position there for sure. And you're right.
Yeah,
you'll find yourself, if you ever notice, you'll find yourself attacking and defending the same way you attack and defend.
Another thing with Pause's position, though, if he misses that cross, you got to think about where you're going to retreat to, right? He has to back up behind. His only cover would be to go behind the cement, because he couldn't cross the street. If he misses the cross, the street is a no-go zone, and he can't stay where he's at because those pallets are penetrable. So he would have to immediately fall back, and you've got to make those decisions like split second. You've got to get out of there.
Exactly. Yeah, not very much cover. A little bit of concealment there, but not very much cover for Pause. As Lonwick is about to deal with 4 Vikings, trying to enter his little courtyard in a very strong approach here from center and middle street, basically, and west courtyard. As I don't know, to me, it seems like west is always the more aggressive push on this objective.
Really? I prefer east, 100%.
Well, yeah, not a preference, but when I've cast teams and watched teams, it just seems like more people and more teams go west. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying it seems to be. Seaquick downs himself.
Seaquick just bail a nade throw.
Wow, look at all this smoke. It is a trail of smoke. Guys trying to get in to get that cap, find themselves undercover. Shadow Warrior moving in, takes down Smoils with them both down. Stray Jack going for the confirm, goes down to Nactum as Lo Miyagi takes down Mantis and says, no, I'm going to win this by myself. And team kills, but getting a point. And look at that, 3-3 on map number 1 already.
That's insane. I mean, this is so fast.
It's crazy fast and crazy good.
And I mean, if it keeps going this way, beginners are going to walk away with it, right? They've got that Volk advantage. No, wait. Vikings had... They're running on Marsoc wins. This has all been Marsoc wins.
Has really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That can't be.
That's insane.
That
That's
is,
what, 4 Marsoc wins. Yeah.
yeah, I guess it has been Cap, and then Marsoc, Kiat, Marsoc. Yeah. Wow. That's
crazy.
It is crazy. It's crazy, but that's what's going to make for good onward. And what a matchup today so far, man. If it's going to start off like this and it's going to finish off like this, it's going to be a great day.
Well, I mean, the next objective is also going to be a super spicy one. If we get a quick spawn on this one, the Eastern Courtyard, I mean, beginners could just come in and seal the deal right here, right now. We could be done with map 1 in less than 30 minutes. Like, that's an insane run through a map.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't gotten enough cam time to only be 30 minutes. We're just going to stick around and, just chat something. And as the beeps come out, we do have East Courtyard. Let's get back to it. And we do not have quick spawn. Got a round reset.
Whatever.
Not really, if it's an auto timer.
It looks like predictions wise, beginners are favored 83% to Vikings 17.
Wow. That's a pretty strong difference there. And I mean, rightfully so. Beginners have shown to be, a very strong and good team over the years. Vikings have really proven themselves this year as well. Maybe just more beginner fans out there. Maybe people just know the name from years and years of playing.
To be fair, it's only 2 people that voted for beginners and 3 people that voted for Vikings.
Well,
there's not a lot of money on the table.
You could have led with that. Now here I am thinking like, a couple dozen people voted.
I feel like they just didn't vote at all because of the voting was still happening after the first 2 caps had happened.
Oh my
I feel like everyone's like, I don't know what's happening.
Smoke coming out from the defense to kind of just maybe, I don't know, distract and make them watch that courtyard or watch that cross more on the center street there. But Smoils does have that street covered and is going to ensure no one crosses to the south on them. Embo quickly finding Lonwick as he enters Kiat to be a nuisance in the defense here.
Lima.
Yeah, Embo's position a great spot to just make them slow down. You have to clear them out, and there's a lot of corners and a lot of rooms in Kiat. And he could be there, he could not. He could have left. Like, you don't know.
Exactly. And, those flank positions, those aggressive positions like that, like you mentioned, it's as a team, now everybody's like, we got one in Kiat. We got to try to get this guy in Kiat. And just time waste down, on your offensive attack, knowing there's someone there and not sure what window or what room they're in is...
Over here to the left.
It's very, very nerve-wracking to try to cross that courtyard or get into Kiat.
Beginners are going to take a little bit slower approach here. If you look at the overhead, they've got 2 south and 2 west. They do need to clear the Kiat. I don't think they can ignore it. I think they have to clear it because if they ignore it, he just comes running in while they're trying to cap or something. Vikings do have 2 on objective relatively tight and then 2 really far off on the far east. But that keeps beginners. I think they're playing against beginners' playstyle, right? The beginners want to surround the objective and then push in normally. Not today, apparently, but normally.
Right.
And so those 2 in the east are like to stop that one person. Because if you get that eastern courtyard, that far east, you have a really good overwatch onto the objective. And you can see any kind of rotation. And, that makes it harder for you to defend. Because if you can't get back to your objective to check it, it puts pressure on you, right?
Exactly. Yep. Smoke coming out from Seaquick onto Embo's somewhat position. He doesn't know exactly where he's at, but he's going to toss that smoke, blind him. And smoke also gives off some sound cues, some audio cues, so it's harder to hear footsteps coming up at you. As Shadow Warrior is also peeking his little window, ensuring that Embo is protected from that south side of Kiat. And again, all this time wasted just to try to find this guy in the Kiat. As Lomiyagi sitting in the north wall on that broken area there, just waiting for Seaquick to pop on this side.
To be fair, it's not wasted time for beginners. Normally, they
No,
don't even attack until there's like a minute and a half left. So
This is true.
they're feeling comfortable. You know, they don't have that problem of, hey, we need to, you know, we wasted 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and we still haven't really made a decision. They know what their attack strategy is going to be. Oh no, Mantis takes down Embo.
Thank you from Sequin.
Oh man,
not good. I mean, that was their strong spot right there. That was a very strong defensive position, and I was on Sequix POV, and he was having a hard time even finding him, bouncing around all around the ground floor, just looking for that player.
That was the guy.
Lomiyagi still in the north side, and Shadow Warrior and Mantis there in front of the OBJ in the 2 buildings. Very meta, but it's also very important to keep somebody in there. You don't want somebody occupying those 2 front rooms by the objective there. As beginners do start making their surrounding of the OBJ, shots coming out from Sequick, trying to draw in a little fire.
One OBJ staircase sounds like.
Now, will Lone Miyagi get aggressive and possibly push from the north side into the Kiyot area?
knocked him, picking up pause on the far side. Stray Jack getting the refrag.
Yes,
Nice. A little off meta position, hiding in that corner.
Yep.
And Shadow has that line as well. Stray Jack's gonna cross it. Shadow should have seen that.
Smoyle still on the scaffolding, looking down into that eastern courtyard and across the street here as well.
Lone Miyagi is getting a little aggressive in the north. See quick trades. Lone Miyagi cleans it up. And it's... and there he goes down. Stray Jack with that flank. Yep. As soon as you lose that far eastern courtyard, man.
And all down to Shadow Warrior here, alone on objective as 2 beginners are left. We have Stray Jack and Smoils. Smoils in the blue room of the OBJ courtyard as Stray Jack is in the northeast corner. Shadow Warrior does have to be cautious of all the locations here. Will he see Smoils in time? And Smoils slow peeking, and Shadow Warrior going to push it. Gets him down, is only down though, so he is able to give callouts as Stray Jack is trying to make his way down this alleyway. 40 seconds remaining here on the objective timer.
Yeah, Smoils maybe needed to hang out just a little bit longer, so Stray Jack could have gotten in that north position. They needed to sync up on that push, and it could have pinched Shadow in that north alley. Now Stray Jack's having to come around the east side. He is coming around the better side. East side is open. North is a kill box. He sees Shadow. He gets the kill.
Wow.
What a nice swing.
Yes, what a nice swing. And that was a good rotation to come around there, because going down that alleyway, you're just in a tight funnel. And I know it's a small doorway over here, but you can swing wide and more or less slice the pie at different angles. And couldn't tell if Smoils was giving call-outs or not.
Yeah, coming in through the east gate, you can clear more of the courtyard faster, right? If you're coming from the north, you can't clear any of the buildings because they could be tucked back in. So all you can do is clear someone out in the open or on the wall of the eastern side. So I like coming in. Plus, if you're over on the wall side, on the eastern side, you can throw utility over the wall and then crash in.
Right. Yeah, flash or smoke. You know, by this stage of the game, you know where the objective sits and you know the locations of it. So even if you're on the other side of the wall, you know what corner that's in and where people tend to sit as last man up on those spots. And as, you know, an offensive member pushing into the objective, if you got a good kill count, hey, there's only one left, you could pretty much sum it down to 1 or 2 places where that defensive player is going to be sitting, due to the fact you need to see all angles of that objective and make sure you're not getting capped on. But yeah, what a great first map we got going on here. Another Marsoc win. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5 straight Marsoc wins, 2 caps, 3 single point wins.
Yep.
Let's see if Vikings can hold a defense here, or, I mean, beginners hold a defense here, or will the Vikings come out with the Marsoc win, or even a cap to end it? I mean, that would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be the way to go here, because you're obviously, everyone's trading Marsoc wins, and you're gonna lose that fight if you didn't start on Marsoc. So you need to turn the tides a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Same.
And it is gonna be quick spawn for Vikings.
Quick spawn too. So the quick spawn coming through this courtyard here, and then pushing through these doorways and getting right in front of Kiyot, where you make your push straight into the objective. Lots of fire, lots of smoke usually comes out from this as they are pushing and pushing hard. Embo and Mantis both going to the north side of Kiyot. Shadow Warrior and Nakdam taking up defense there by the fountain as Pause is on the second story, throws a C4, or on the stairways, throws a C4 in front of the objective building. Stray Jack going to wait patiently in the north, as similar to Pause's location, or Lone Miyagi's location on the last objective. No aggressive push, but they pushed up far enough to get in aggressive positions. So now I believe, you know, the Vikings are going to set up and try to make picks. Possibly try to get some audio cues of where these guys might be located. I would imagine some smoke is going to start covering the windows and the doorways.
Watch out for AS.
Yeah, Noctum and Shadow both getting really close to
Very
objective.
danger close. And that C4, where did that? It landed right here on just the middle of the ground between objective and Kiyot almost. And not, you know, people are probably not going to be looking there. And, well, Embo finds Stray Jack, and he does. What a shot by Embo as he had laser set on that position for a little while. Just knowing someone will more than likely be there, as that does open up the north wall and gives these guys so much more breathing room here in the north side. And beginners are playing a nice tight defense here as everybody is in the courtyard. They do not want to get capped on. That is the goal here, and you can tell that in their defensive strategy as Lonwick, Pause, both in objective building, Seaquick in the building next to it, and Smoils in the blue room looking down the courtyard hallway. Pause finding
Pause
one.
with a nice angle.
Wow, look at that tight angle. My goodness.
Yeah, if you're beginners right now, you have to weigh every move you're making, right?
Yep.
You in your head, a defensive win, you win. An offensive cap, you lose.
Right. Yep.
An offensive kill, you're okay.
You're
so
okay
you
for another
definitely, yeah, you want to stay alive. So you need to heavily lean into no caps.
Right. Now, you know, I'm sitting here looking at the objective, and they do have a pistol with a flashlight on the ground. You know, and we've seen that in the past, and it's getting to be a little bit of a meta of blinding the people trying to cap. I almost would have put that the opposite way, guarding the, you know, hidden angle down the hallway, don't you think? I mean, I
don't even see the pistol. Where is it at?
Oh, right by
I
the
see
objective.
it now. Okay, I see it.
Yeah. If you look to the north, you know, you can see the flashlight pointing that way. I almost would have
I'm not
pointed
sure why they put it there. Yeah.
I would have pointed to the corner, you know, where Mantis is about to approach.
Yeah, for sure.
Lonwick on the stairs, super quiet. Nobody sees the C4 yet. And with the C4's, you know, huge blast radius, I would imagine any noise from Embo here, and that C4 is going to go off.
Pause does set it off. Boom.
And that was an insta-kill on Embo. He must have took shots from the guy in the north area as Lonwick peeks the stairs, picks up Shadow Warrior. Mantis coming in for the cap. Mantis is capping.
Mantis is in the smoke.
Mantis is
no
capping.
one's checking it. Pause is shooting it. No one's checking it. Smoils coming from the north. Smoils is in the smoke with them. They can't see each other. They're right on top of each other. Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Smoils was standing on top of him.
They shot through it too and didn't get it. The confirmation. My goodness.
Wow. Oh my god! I've never seen anything like that.
No, and this stupid on gameplay mirror. But anyway, wow. I mean, we're gonna watch that in a full screen replay here just for now. Mantis is capping.
Mantis is in the smoke.
Mantis is
no
capping.
one's checking it. Pause is shooting it. No one's checking it. Smoils coming from the north. Smoils is in the smoke with them. They can't see each other. They're right on top of each other. Oh.
That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I don't even know what to say. That's
also fastest EU match ever.
It's got to be. What are we at?
37 minutes into the hour.
I've never seen a cargo go that fast.
I mean,
and
God.
Let's just recap that all points on this map were bulk. I mean, were Marsoc. Not a single bulk win.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't know how to feel about this.
This is my dumbfounded face. This is my dumbfounded.
Wow. Oh my God.
Dude.
I don't know what to say. I
That-
never would I have ever expected 3 caps. Like, come on.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
I don't either. Let's pull up some of those extras. What do we got? What do we got to show the people? Let's show them something fancy.
Let's go back to the caster fun stats. We didn't really get to that as we were showing some fun caster stats so far in season 1. I have casted or co-casted 54 matches. Trip has casted 11. And then, just kind of shows that we're not really sure how many overlays we had. I probably had less than 5, I would imagine. First cast in there, I had In Ora Mortis versus Fury, and Trip had Leftovers versus Legacy. But other fun facts, I am the IVRL community manager. I am the captain of Tempo and the Team Boomer and Team Sasquatch, as I am the oldest member on Tempo and the tallest. Actual DJ, yes, from ages 17 to 27, I was a DJ and owned a DJ company, and was a great experience. Did a lot of weddings, parties, events. And on the Trip side, IVRL board member. He does live in Barbados. If you've ever seen the vacation channel in IVRL, you can tell. And he makes damn good, pretty casting assets, as we can tell. And he holds the record for most hiccups in a cast.
It was very hard fought. It took a lot of practice to get that record.
Yep. And we'll let some of these previous matches on the tournament there go down as the EU playoff has been going from week 1 of the round robin and on, as we do find these other matchups here.
I will get our tech person to update those.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, folks, we'll go back to an intermission as we get into map 2 here. Lampy28 and Trip giving you the EU semifinals matchup of beginners and Vikings. And Vikings taking map 1 5-4 in a impressive fashion. One of the best and craziest matchups I've seen in a long time. We'll be back soon, folks, here on map number 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on map number 2, and we are headed to Suburbia. Now, as things are going to play out here, there is 3 maps here in the semifinals, but if Vikings take map 2 here, that is going to end it, and we do not have to play a map 3. So Vikings taking map number 1 5-4 off to Suburbia we go. But let's get to this big IVR announcement. You are a board member. How about you take it away for me, Trip? Let me know what's in store for IVRL here.
All right, so IVRL has been working, and we are very excited to announce that we're going to be running a Veil launch season soon, coming this summer. I don't actually remember the dates. I know I should, but I don't. But we're going to have some footage for that in a bit, but we're going to hop right back into this because Vikings are kicking off map number 2.
Yep, we'll show you that footage in between next rounds here as what an announcement's coming out from IVRL. Jumping into map number 2, round number 1.
But I can't tell.
As we do, go ahead.
It's going to be the south objective.
Yep. Garage objective, as the upleg does sit inside the garage of what they call spawn house. Stray Jack took the upstairs there of spawn house, looking for any kills coming through as Nacta and C Quick do trade. And quickly to a 4v4. Pause, taking down Miyagi.
Trading on the one side, Pause and Miyagi trading on the other. Smoils is going to hear knocked him here. He's going to go get the confirm.
And does get that confirmation as Smoils is aggressive here on his defense as he is pushed behind center house. And sitting back, still back across the street and spawn is Shadow Warrior and Mantis as they are now finally moving through lane 3 and lane 4. And still plenty of time. I mean, we're not even at 5 minutes left, only a minute into the round, and we are at a 2v2, and that is what Suburbia is all about. Suburbia and Cargill play somewhat similar as it is very fast-paced and close quarters.
Smoils getting that aggressive defensive position, getting an accurate kill count. He has Echo 3, and then getting back to the objective to a position where there haven't been gunshots from. Vikings are going to have to clear the entire map now.
Yes.
From the spawn house.
And that's what the Vikings are now talking about together as they sit back on this side of the street, yet, discussing what they have to get, where the kills came from that they heard, and where their teammates died. And that's going to tell you a lot as, if you die, if you find a dead body behind spawn house, they interacted behind spawn house usually somewhere or in that long hedgerow between the houses. And looks like the offense is going to take lane 4 as their aggressive offensive push here. And like you mentioned, they have a lot of map to cover even on this small map because now they're by themselves with probably not a great kill count as a lot of trades did come out.
They are going to be able to just sweep all the bodies though. If they go and check the entire center lane, they can see how many bodies there are. They also have to be good at math. You got to be able to count to 3, which is difficult for some onward players.
Yeah, no comment, right? Defensively, here we got the beginners in a very good approach here as Stray Jack sitting behind, this concrete wall, looking at lane 1 and lane 1 only. He is watching that corner. And it is a popular corner to, focus on as they look to pick you into the center house, or spawn house second story. Stray Jack bouncing back and forth from lane 1 to lane 4 as Smoils has the finish line. He's sitting at the hedges watching, the front yard of objective building to ensure nobody does get there. Both pretty common spots. Stray Jack's a little less common as it is a little more in the open, and they would probably expect somebody inside center house or inside spawn house. Great distraction smoke from Mantis as he goes and throws smoke into lane 1 and lane 2 as Shadow Warrior is pushing through the playground area. And they're going to be worried about center house. There's no doubt about it as a lot of lasers are finding their way that way. Shadow Warrior looking into the center house doorway and carport. Mantis using smoke to get to the APC. Wow, what a good push. Stray Jack's not going to be expecting that, and they are expecting that as Smoils pops over, possibly hearing the footsteps of Mantis.
Yeah, and the problem with that approach is that you can see underneath it, so your feet are exposed, which is what Stray Jack was shooting at.
Yes. And now Smoils in a great spot, or Mantis in a great spot to give callouts. due to the fact that his body can't be confirmed behind that APC more than likely. And I don't think Straight Jack can hear Mantis giving callouts from that location. Plenty of time for Shadow Warrior to move into lane 1 and possibly even get this revive.
Yeah, Stray Jack not going to be aware that, I mean, his position has been painted a picture in words. I mean,
yes.
I'm next to, and you'll be able to see him.
So he's got lasers. Straight Jack has got lasers on lane 1. Will he see?
Alright, he's looking the other way now. He's looking the other way. He's looking.
Just shoot him.
oh,
Oh, I could have just.
no. Mantis.
Man's like, all right, that'll work. No, I want to live.
He's looking the other way.
Yeah. Good communication and good teamwork there, as you know, the down body is not fully dead and you only can use your radio, and that's the only thing you can do. So you can still see around you, use your radio, and that's what you saw Mantis doing. And great work there.
Yeah, an excellent play by Vikings. And that is another Marsoc. What is happening? Like, I don't understand it. Well,
Yeah.
How? What is that? 7? Let's see. Cap, point, cap, point.
6 straight.
So six straight rounds of Marsoc victory.
Yeah. That's... I don't know if I've ever seen it. This could be an IVRL and onward first here, folks. You're seeing it now. Let's tell you what, let's jump in. No, let's not waste any more time. Let's take a look at this new Veil announcement here from the IVRL. And what good timing that was, as the Veil announcement does end, and you guys read that right. This summer, Veil coming to IVRL in a kind of a kickoff tournament for their game. 35,000 in cash and prizes. Ridiculous.
Ooh, early shot, Stray Jack taking out Lone Miyagi in the window of spawn.
Yes, that pre-fire did come out. As you saw that Veil announcement, 35,000 in prizes and cash there for their tournament, and a LAN in Miami for the finals. You heard that right, folks. Veil tournament. IVRL gets to be part of that, hosting and casting that.
Oh, no.
Oh, what happened to Shadow?
Oh, Shadow just downed himself?
Yeah, he said he just shot himself. And Mantis finding Smoils in lane 1.
Coming back.
Knocked him, picking up paws on a run, and wow. Get him on the slide.
Careful, go down.
And the revive does come out onto Shadow Warrior. Seaquick and Lonwick here, both in lane 4 and lane 3 area. As Stray Jack is pushing behind center house. Seaquick going to loot the bodies of a fallen comrade. Even as you die, you can still help the cause if you did not use your utility.
Mantis here, gonna be hanging out in a little uncommon, unmeta position, but Stray Jack's looking for anything that moves, and he might see the backside of Mantis. Mantis peeks his head up, anything. Stray Jack is here, trained in, but knocked him, takes him down from behind the house through the window of objective. What a shot.
Like, what were you shooting at? Thanks. And Shadow Warrior playing that last man up position as he sits prone behind the bushes here, watching the front yard and, you know, protecting the objective. Mantis looking across the street. They got a bit of a sandwich going on here, ensuring that this street cross is protected, but Mantis's back is exposed. So if anybody were to go to lane 1, they would be able to find him as Nacta moves through spawn house, looking through the windows, trying to continue moving, as you don't want to sit in one location too often, as you do your black uniform will appear nice and easy through those bright windows.
I think this might be it. This might be the first defensive point of the day.
It's not over yet, Trip. It's not
It's
over.
not, but it's a 3-on-2. And the Vikings are in a really good defensive posture here.
They are. Yeah, right now they themselves can only really lose this as, you know, if they get too aggressive or get too peaky. They're tucked in nice right now, and that's the way they need to keep it. And listening for audio cues, as Suburbia is, man, you can hear so much from half the map away, as it is a tight quarters map. So Mantis will be able to hear possible movement coming from his side. One thing he has to worry about, if they do come up behind him, they can see between, you know, the sandbags here and the concrete, and it's something that they may see before you see them.
D-Quick's got his tablet out. He's going to take a look at the code. Maybe he wants to go for a cap.
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to get first cap on Suburbia? Let's take some bets. Let's throw down some caster bets.
As in player or team?
Team.
I would say the Vikings. They seem to be a little bit more of an aggressive.
Well, according to the predictions that just ended, Vikings 55%, beginners 45%.
Pretty close, actually. I think after map 1,
Yeah.
people have realized, hey, Vikings are here to play. Don't count us out. And again, a lot of patience here from the beginners as they are slowly making their approach, and knocked him through the windows of the objective garage. And C-Quick's saying, hey, I'm by myself now. I ain't got much time left. I'm going to make this push, not knowing Shadow Warrior is in this location. Now, you can shoot through the bushes, so if he wanted to give away his position, he could. He's looking. I don't think he's seen him yet. And Shadow finds him in the bushes, finishing off round number 2 and our first Volk round of the matchup.
First Volk round.
Wow, and Vikings only 3 points away from ending this whole match.
We scheduled 4 hours.
Well, hey, if we get off early, we get off early. We can sit here and talk. If the crowd wants to talk, we'll sit here and talk. We can show cool.
We'll turn this into a
graphics.
just chatting stream for 3 hours.
I mean, you could talk. I could sit here and read. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Tell the people about what you're reading right now. What's the?
One of the best competitive books that I've started reading. This is by Theta. Theta has created a competitive book. It is called Edge, and is the art of ruthless competition. And you can find it on Amazon. Just search it up, and it's not just competition and competitiveness for Onward. It is for esports. It's for anything you do in life that you are competitive in. If it's wrestling,
So everything.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
just talking to
isn't
people.
everybody want to be aggressive? It could be in your job. It could be. I mean, I haven't got through all of it, but what I got through has been amazing so far, and it is a must-read for anybody that has a competitive bone in their body. So, Data is the captain of our team as well, so you know we appreciate everything he has done, and also an IVRL board member, and busy man, but back
Very
at
busy.
it, very busy. It's not as busy as Trip, I don't think. I don't know. From what I've seen the last couple of days, this guy has been up late at nights making all these beautiful caster assets.
Oh, I heard beeps.
Beep.
There we go.
Yes, as we enter round number 3 here, map number 2, Vikings got an early 2-0 lead. And taking map 1 5-4, they are closer and closer to taking this series and moving on to the regional finals.
Now we are moving objectives. We're in the center house upstairs, so an aggressive potential here.
Yes.
Let's see.
Center house can go, you know, very, very quick as Nactum is pushing through that lane 3, and grenade coming out, finding Nactum. What a grenade by C-Quick heard him.
Wow.
I killed someone with my nade. And the revive does come out as Nactum was only down. But great toss there by Seaquick over the house. And 3 strong defensive positions inside the house, 1 under the carport. As Smoyles taking shots into lane number 2. Lonwick guarding lane 1 as well.
Lane 2 to lane 3, pool area.
Vikings actually playing this one a little slower. They
Yeah.
want to make sure that I think they have a little bit of PTSD from Smoyles pushing all the way out.
Yeah, and it seemed like they pushed aggressively to get to these positions and then just sat and waited, you know, ensuring that no one on the defense is going to get aggressive as well. But again, just taking this small map very, very slow and methodically, as, you know, clearing, you know, basically quadrants or areas out is very important in this map. You know, you got plenty of time to move across, and it only takes a minute or so to clear, you know, a third of the map basically as a team. So within a few minutes, you're next to objective, and you have a good idea where the locations of the defense is sitting. And this objective center house, you're always having, you know, 2 or 3 around the center house, maybe 1 in spawn house, and 1 usually on the outskirts of either lane 1 or lane 4.
Yeah, you want that flex position on the south just to be able to cover your backside. You know, even in the spawn house, I like playing in the south house, but it is so far away from the objective.
It is. If you become last man up, man, you're kicking yourself to try to get over back to the objective. Mantis making an initial approach where it used to be the pool.
Miyagi's going to swing on that far eastern side and cross south. He's going to have to deal with, is that Smoyles looking this way? Paws looking this way? Both. Smoyles. Just Smoyles. Holding a really tight angle, too. I don't know if Miyagi is going to be able to see that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty tough. Turn the caster vision off. You know, it's very hard to see. I'm even zoomed in and can barely see what's going on there. But, oh, what happened?
Smoyles can see it.
I'm on the
Smoyles
outside
can
defense.
see it.
Yep. Great shot by Smoyles. As you can see his angle there. And again, that's a white fence. And, you know, anything that moves across there with color, you know, your eyes are drawn to movement and differences. So, you know, that Marsoc uniform coming across that white background, very easy to spot.
Lonwick and Embo going to peek the corner here. Embo, oh, I think Embo saw the elbow. Embo did see it, takes him down. Strayjack now looking for a kill. Mantis goes down. Man, Strayjack's going to push off of that. He finds Embo. Shadow finds him from the back.
What a turn of events there. It was one
Smoyles
kill
pushing. Smoyles going far east. He's coming around behind Shadow. He gets one. Doesn't see knocked him. If he would have kept pushing, he could have got the second kill.
But again, that's I'm stuck in a wall. That was good work there by Smoyles, as he didn't get too aggressive. You know, same thing. He got his kill and then he rotated back. You know, he didn't, like you said, he possibly could have got Nactum pushing that corner, but he could have also very easily died because Nactum heard them shots and could have turned to that direction. And then you're left with 1 less defender. So, you know, coin flip on what you should do, you know, but for the team, grabbing that flank kill and then rotating back is always a good position, and, you know, helping out, you know, this tough defensive center house. Because, you know, the last couple of people are going to be in center house, and if you get a good, strong push and you get the right people pre-firing the right angles on offense, you're going to lose center house.
He's not carport, FYI.
Knocked him tall order. He does have 2 defenders on objective. And, I mean, even just rushing in, right? 2 defenders, 30 rounds. You're going to be pre-firing corners. There's strong potential that you click when you're going up against that second guy. You can't get a tactical reload in rushing up the stairs. Knocked him also running night vision.
Yeah, I'm looking at him now, and like he's got the quad nods on.
Don't expose yourself to the window, because technically one could be at our spawn now, I think. No. No? Okay.
No, I've been watching that.
And Nactum moving ever so slowly, not giving off any sound cues whatsoever, but can hear the defense talk. So he's getting good ideas of, you know, he knows at least 2 people are in here. Where they're located, he's not quite sure. But this quiet approach.
Oh. Sounds like I thought I heard something outside pool.
Knocked him blind coming into this And Paz just peeks it and finds him.
And with the quad nods in the flashlight, I bet that was blinding there.
Yeah. What a play. I'm
Yes.
loving the utility use that we're seeing.
Yeah.
Like, people, like, I saw it before. We saw it a couple seasons ago, but it's gotten so much more prevalent now.
Yeah, and the flashlight. I mean, not only just utility in general, but the flashlight itself. You know, that has been a couple times now where it's been used to try to block the uplink, but block that approach. That was intuitive right there. And unfortunate events for him to have night vision on when you hit a flashlight. I bet that was just, he saw nothing, but it's like being in a flash in general.
Like, yeah, that's a 2-point utility watching your back for you, so you don't have to worry about someone coming in that door. Like, that's a great use of it. But we do have to, you have to take a 5-7, right? For Volk flashlight pistol. So you have to spend extra points to have that. So you're giving up a potential flash or a frag or something, or body armor. You're giving up some sort of utility to take that pistol flashlight combo.
Right.
Is it 3 points? It's 3 points, right? So it's 2 points for the pistol and 1 point for the flashlight?
I think so. I don't ever run the flashlight, so I'm not really sure what that costs. I would imagine only one.
You know who will let us know?
Who?
Chat.
Chat will definitely let us know. They tell us all the truth. So, thank you, chat. No, but it's on defense. I think it's one of those you can risk losing utility because a lot of times you're not using much utility on defense. Maybe a protective flash. Not very often are you using a smoke on defense, except for crosses and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Especially on smaller maps. The smaller the map, the easier it is to give up those their own utility.
I mean, sorry, you're a wonderful human being.
In the scope of this round, and you said
in the scope
I'm a
of this
bad
round.
captain.
Well, yeah, because you are quite useless.
And let's see what the offense is going to have in store as there's a heavy lane 4 push. And defensively, they are stacking up. Embo expecting that a push. Can Pause find him? He does. Pause on the slide. Finds Embo on the pool. Only down, but confirmation does come out. Lonwick finding Miyagi as well. Offensively, this is coming out to be a great first push. Pause finding another one off the slide.
Not sure where Noctum was going. He was pushing really aggressively on the far west. I think he was going to go for a flank, but a very aggressive cross as Mantis was already there. Mantis sees C-Quick, takes the shots, misses. Pause gets another. Pause just cleaning up from and he knows where Mantis is. He goes down. Did Pause just get an ace?
No, I think Lone Miyagi got one, I believe. Or someone got one.
Lon got one.
Lon
Yeah.
got
Lon got one.
But, man, the slide.
Wow.
I mean, the slide, right? I mean, the slide is so powerful, but you skyline so bad too. So it's a mixed, event there. And you can either love the slide, you got to be good at it. You got to know where you're looking for one thing, and you got to be having really good how do you want to call it? Don't have stick drift because you're gonna fall off.
Yeah, running up it while looking to the east or to the west is hard. You're running up sideways to something you can't see.
Right.
Like getting that angle right. Plus, the slide is a known position, right? So like, you don't even have to see it. Everything that's penetrable, you could just aim in the general direction of the slide and get a kill if there's someone shooting from it. You don't even have to see them. So the fact that Pause could stay up there for, 45 seconds?
And get multiple kills. I mean, you're done give away your position by shooting once or twice, right? They know you're in the playground area. But in maps like this, you don't look up very often. And it's not that the slide is super high, but I don't know what it is about the slide and the slide position. A lot of people don't look over the bushes for kills. And when you're in lane 1 and lane 2, and you're like, all right, somebody's over in lane 4, somebody's over in, the playground area, I'm safe over here because I got bushes in my way, so but nobody looks over top of them, and you got that little head peeking over, and it's shooting you from the slide.
Now we're moving to the northwestern Humvee, another new objective this season. Or recently. I don't know when it got added. I don't remember. Time just blurs together, guys. When you live on an island, time has no meaning.
Exactly. Island life. The good times. But
Vikings, woo, flying V coming out. I mean, they're just going for it.
yes, they
Smokes
are. Wow,
rolling
look
in.
at the smokes. I mean, couple dozen smokes, at least 30 to 40 of them, it seems, are being used. Mantis quickly pushing here into lane 1. Is he going to look at the ever so hidden Lonwick here in the semi? And he doesn't, as Lonwick finds a Mantis going down. Pause taking down 2, and another one. And Seaquick and Shadow Warrior trading in lane 1 area on the objective. Lone Miyagi, last one up. He is the lone Miyagi on this current round. Smoils looking to finish this off quickly, and 45 seconds in, beginners take their rounds. Wow.
I don't understand what I'm watching here. Wow.
Well, yeah. Anyway, score.
These rounds are going so fast. I'm watching the stream and we're like 3 rounds behind.
Yeah, that's crazy because that's only 6 minutes. It's only 6 minute delay. It's supposed to be like only, 1 round and a half away. But, we're just getting started on Bazaar on the live stream right now,
Let's talk about the new strats that we're seeing come out, right? Like the flashlight tactic.
Yes.
That hasn't been used all season. They've been practicing that. They've been testing that.
And
what else
finding
have we
areas.
seen? Yeah.
No,
What else have we seen?
I think the amount of smokes. I mean, yes, people smoke objectives, but just like that round, there had to be 8 smokes. I mean, everybody, I think, brought 2 smokes on that round. And everybody tossed them into lane 1. They were trying to block the lane 1 where the objective was sitting. And, they were just trying to get under cover like they did on the East Courtyard of Bazaar. Lots of smokes on the objective, and Smoils just sat inside there undetected. And I think they were trying to go for an approach like that and trying to finish this map. But not finish it, but get closer to finishing it there. There was a C4, some good nade tosses. Hasn't been much else on that aspect. I haven't seen a Molotov yet. No shield.
Yeah, no Molotov, no shield.
No, but maybe we will.
I thought Vikings actually ran a shield. I guess none of these maps really lean into it. Maybe if we got some subway in. We also don't know what these 2 teams banned. Each team did get 1 ban, but we don't know what those bans are.
Yeah, they want to be secret, not tell us. Make us over here thinking.
So no, Miyagi, run across all the way, other way.
As pre-fire does come out.
Just run across that way. No.
Mantis
does make it across.
Yep.
Like we're the same person.
I know. See, you're not Etch. I'm Trip also. Embo.
The longer that you cast, the more we become one giant brain in a vat.
Yes, and I think as a competitive player and experienced player in the game, you see what's unraveling in the game, right? You understand who's pushing what and what becomes aggressive and where is aggressive, and then we're able to spot that as well. Mantis getting aggressive, crossing that pre-fire and getting into a more of a flank ambush position. Very strong here on Suburbia, especially for this objective. Lone Miyagi sitting behind White Car. Nobody really on objective because there's nowhere to sit and be protected. So you have a very big push here from the defense as we'll look at the overhead. Everybody pushed out from the objective, and that's going to throw beginners off a little bit, I believe. I think they're going to be looking for someone in lane 1 behind the Hesco or behind the sandbags there.
Yeah, in that dark corner, for sure.
It's just so meta and so popular, and that's where you're seeing Lonwick's lasers constantly going as he sits in center house and watching this little, alleyway here, as you would call it. Mantis hearing the footsteps of Stray Jack and Smoils. Will he get a nice head peek on these guys? M203 coming out, not connecting. And Mantis just losing onward timing there.
Yeah, I mean, Mantis's position, he did get across that pre-fire, but let's talk about how powerful that pre-fire is. Like you said, there's nowhere on objective to defend. And if you cut off them crossing south of objective, you take out one of their biggest, most powerful spots where Lone Wick is watching. And, that's going to force him to go the other direction.
Yeah, and with the pre-fire and also with Lonwick's position, they can't be thinking anybody pushed into lane 1 too far, this far, as where Mantis sits, right? Because you've had that covered for the most part with the pre-fire, with Lonwick looking at it. So they're going to feel pretty comfortable. Mantis can do some damage here if he does get the right timing down on this flank.
He is moving. Smoil's going to be coming this way. Oh, he hears the footsteps. Smoils wasn't ready for it. Mantis gets one. Lonwick going to have a line of sight on him and gets the refrag. It shuts that down. Knocked him in pause now in the center. Strayjack as well. They're all right on top of each other. Knocked him. Here's those gunshots. If he just peeked up and shot, he could probably take him out. But he's going to go around.
The bushes are penetrable. So if he hears that sound...
Pause sees him but can't hit him.
Great play there by Naktum. Momiyagi and Shadow Warrior still in lane 1 there, getting a great line and protection on the objective push from lane 1, as Naktum does have that finish line area from lane 1, lane 2. 2 members left, Lonwick and Strayjack. Lonwick still upstairs. And I'm surprised he's sitting up here this long, as I get it's an overview, but it's a very meta spot as well, and a little bit of skylining in a window type of thing.
I have one smoke.
Yeah, I mean, what are you really looking for? Who's going to be crossing that?
Yeah.
That spot. Knocked him getting a little pushy. He sees Strayjack. And Strayjack called him out loudly enough that Knocked heard it and tucked back in.
Yeah, and that's when you don't have time to grab your mic, and you just need to be open communication loud enough to where your teammate can hear you.
Yeah, that is a benefit on these smaller maps. You can mostly make yelling callouts, and the map will hear you.
And Naktim's position here is kind of like that defensive guy getting into Kiat, where it's like, we got to deal with this guy somehow. We're out of utility. You know, do we rush him, or do we flank him? Do we take a new approach?
Yeah, and the spot's so well defended, right? You can't, like, swing around playground because there's Hesco's covering his backside. You have to get basically right on top of him before you have an angle.
And it might be good for Strayjack even if you got on the slide. You know, again, another slide attack looking down into this area. Naktim getting a little aggressive, looking, and Strayjack finds him.
A minute. Yeah. Oh, Strayjack's empty. He is black on ammo.
Oh, no. Luckily, there's a lot of dead bodies.
Looting the bodies.
But only a minute left, and, you know, it seems like it's a small, you know, little time frame to get here, but finding ammo, finding utility, finding where these people are sitting, that minute's going to go fast here in the next 20 foot or so.
Both guns from Vikings looking south. Lonwick sees Miyagi, but doesn't see Shadow. They're both stuck together. Now Shadow knows where Strayjack is. The trade comes out, and Vikings take it.
Wow, nice. What a trade. And the head peeking there over the Hesco, or over the concrete wall. Good shot on both sides. Good reactions. But the trade does go out, and Vikings tying it up 3-3.
I gotta say, I really like that defensive positioning for those last two guys, because they're offset enough that you're not going to get them both in one shot. And if one tucks, the other one can immediately peek, and the audio cues are good, and you can communicate without going to your radio. Like, there's so much benefit to both guns pointing south there,
yes,
as long as no one got around behind them.
Right. Yeah, and they weren't really impenetrable surfaces, as one was behind the concrete and one behind the car, I think it was. And, you know, it's different. You could sit in lane 1, you know, behind the bushes or behind that white fence also. But again, it's a pre-fired spot, and, you know, you're watching a different angle, and you can't turn, like you mentioned, can't turn quickly on like what Strayjack did there. Push from lane 2, and you wouldn't be able to turn quickly onto them from lane 2. But man, 3-3 on map number 2, and Vikings going on offense, so they have a chance to win the whole matchup here with the cap, and obviously take the lead on map number 2 if they just get a kill point.
It is going to move to the burning porch objective, and yeah, I mean, an aggressive push here from Vikings could seal the deal, but is it worth it? Vikings now have taken both an offensive and a defensive round.
Yeah.
Were they the ones that took the defensive round? They just took one.
Right, they just took one. Yep, the other one has been all offense so far.
Here we go. This could be it. This could be match point.
Could
Could be series point.
Could be match points here. Could be a cap as... Ooh, we do have a burning house like you mentioned, and it is a very cappable objective as you have two sides of the house you can cap from. Lots of smoke and could give you a lot of great cover for a great cap here. No quick spawn as if you would have spawned it in lane 3, lane 4 of the backside there. Pre-fire coming out from C-Quick, allowing the defense to get to the objective. Now, if they would have spawned in the northeast, the offense could have pre-fired all the way to spawn house through lane 3 and kept the defense at bay a little bit. Always a good play there if you do get that northeast spawn on this objective. And another slow approach from the Vikings as some of them still haven't even crossed the street. Two of them here, well, and one now, Shadow Warrior in lane 4. Kind of keeping an eye on things as Mantis and Nactum do get across in lane 3 area. Embo did make it into lane 2 on the porch of that house. Defensively, C-Quick and Smoils on objective building. And if you're on a PC, as we are in a caster, you can see the fire and hear the burning, as that's why we call it Burning House. But on Quest Native, that is not there. So it is very tough for PC players to sit there on defense because you cannot hear much around you.
Yeah, not hearing those footsteps creeping up is a big thing. And also the grass being different on Quest, you can't hide your C4s as well, you know? There's lots of differences that make it much harder to play Suburbia.
Yep, and advantages and disadvantages on both sides. Pause and Stray Jack paired up to watch center house and looking from the porch through the windows. Good defensive position there. And now our approach offensively is starting to come in from lane 4 area, which I believe is the right approach here. Trying to get behind, get yourself, set up into the playground area and get that good flank as they have Embo and Nactum to possibly pick those guys off in center house and on the street. But be danger close to objective and make the defense worry.
Great, Jack, watching lane 2. Lane 2.5. Do you call left and right sides of lane 2?
No, we don't. It's just lane 2. I think, well, except for this current round, there's not a whole lot of time to make call-outs in Suburbia a lot of times. You can to an extent, but it's just lane 2 for us. Smoke starting to roll out.
Waiting for Embo to come around this corner. Good smokes on objective. Stray Jack getting a little pushy there. Embo and Stray Jack just ring around the rosy on that.
Mantis finding Lonwick. Stray Jack does finally find Embo. At the moment I leave him to go back to the OBJ. Pause and Nactum trading.
Pause and Nactum trade. Oh, Stray Jack should see Mantis. He sees another one. Stray Jack gets him, and he's pushing. He's going to go around behind him. Stray Jack's been making some really good assumptions here as a high-level player. He's going to see Miyagi now. He sees him. He's just trying to get the kill. He needs to keep swinging. There it is.
And now Shadow Warrior knows. Finding that kill.
Smoils gets the kill.
Wow, what a turn.
No, Smoil. Wow.
Wow. That turn on Shadow Warrior almost got Smoils in time. But good hold by the defense there.
Beginners taking the lead. Stray Jack crossing that double-digit kill feed. 10 and 5 now. Highest kills in the lobby.
Yeah, and I mean, close matchup. 4-3 currently, as we can tell on the scoreboard. And last map was only a 1-point decider there, as Vikings took a cap in the last round to take it to a 5-4 win. But Beginners 1 point away from taking map 2 and heading over to map 3, which would be their map pick if they got it. Where do you think they'd go?
I don't know.
They picked Bazaar first.
I mean, quarantine, but that's probably banned. So, I don't know.
Are they
Quarantine or
downfall?
downfall?
Yeah, I was gonna say downfall. They've been pretty tough on downfall.
But I want to talk about the mindset for Vikings right now, right? So, if beginners take this next point, the match continues. Vikings or beginners don't have to go for the objective, which means Vikings need to set up a defense slightly differently to watch just being surrounded and picked off. That in turn leads the objective to be less defended, and you'll have potential for a cap. So, what do you do? What choice do you make?
Don't get too aggressive. I think what they've been doing has been working, and I think that's the play that they got to keep going with here. As we're getting into the next round, as far as beginners, yes, offensively, I think it's a sit and pick more. But maybe they want to change it up and do something differently, because I think that's what Vikings are going to expect.
Vikings going to split their movement out of spawn. Mantis is going to go for the objective. Everyone else heavy on the one side. Knocked him, Lone Miyagi, Shadow Warrior, and Embo. They're all taking up midline positions and watching the playground and left. They're leaving Mantis all alone to defend the 4 side.
Yeah, and he is going to be quickly spotted here by Pause, I believe, as he did swing a little wide. Lonwick is going to be trouble for Mantis if he does get around that bus. And Lonwick does make it around and gets that good pick, and that is big. I mean, if you're the one man on objective, he was moving a lot, and I believe the smoke on objective was really freaking him out, because he lost his visuals into looking into lane 4 and started looking more towards the objective. C4 coming out, doesn't connect. Shadow Warrior finding Lonwick there, and he's going to continue his push into the back of that spawn house, or back of the OBJ house, and going to be taken down by C-Quick, and we are at a 2v3 in the Vikings' favor. Smokes still on objective, causing a lot of rotations. Lone Miyagi is trying to get rid of the smoke, or does he have knife out? He is making sure nobody is capping on him. And smoke does dissipate, and it was a good approach by beginners. If you put that smoke right there where it was, right on that sandbag in the corner, that is a dangerous cap spot, because you can send the uplink from the behind these sandbags, and as long as that smoke is there, you are going to be firing and firing into it unless you can see full visibility in and around that.
Wait, did I hear you right? Was Miyagi just waving a knife around in the smoke? Is that what was happening?
Tell, but he was just he wasn't shooting. He wasn't shooting, but he was just in the smoke, like doing circles. So very possibly could have had a knife out, because knife, it's not like a gun. Yeah. You could shoot a gun and hit, right, and not kill, but you get a knife and you hit the guy with the knife, unless they're wearing body armor and you hit the body armor, I think it takes 2 strikes then. But it's a good approach, and not to give away your position. But I couldn't tell what exactly he was doing. He was in the smoke, but he wasn't shooting. So
Quick has loaded up on firearms. He's got the 249 on his back and the Mark 18 with the 203, which I don't think has been used yet.
I wonder if it's a smoke or a frag. I would imagine a smoke on this one, don't you?
I don't know. A frag would be really useful.
It would be useful, but it's also got the proximity. So being a close quarter, it's tough bringing in frag on close quarter, 203 frag, because if you're too close and you hit, it doesn't explode, it doesn't do any damage.
Let's ask your boy Thickless.
It is.
She-Quick's gonna put it up. It's a 203 frag, and it's gonna come down somewhere near objective if he shot it right.
Ooh.
A little too shallow.
Yep, a little shallow. If he would have got a little more arch on that, or a little less arch, I should say, he could have made it onto Lone Miyagi's position there. It's a good try. And I think you made the right choice there and not holding on to that M203, because with that frag attached to it, you lose the foregrip and you lose your ability to make, very accurate shots.
Maybe second in the bedroom.
Knocked him in Lone Miyagi. Defensive positions. Supplement's not the word I'm looking for. Complement. That's the word I'm looking for. Complementing each other. And Embo in my preferred position, and he finds one. Stray Jack goes down on lane 1.
And he gives a call out of Rainbow 2. So do not have a complete accurate kill count, as more than likely a trade came out. They believe 2 is up, which is better than believing only 1 is up, and there is actually 2 up. So having the wrong number, but it's more than what the actual defenders are, is not always a bad thing. See quick. Making his rotations. He's not going to expect Nactum outside. And is going to find the gun of Nactum. And here we are, 4-4. We are going to match and possible... Are we going to map and possible match points here on map number 2?
This is a big deciding point here. I mean...
It's huge.
Beginners take it. We continue on. Vikings take it. It's done. And we're only, like, what, an hour and a half in. So I don't think we're having... you're not hitting that fatigue level yet, right? These guys could keep going. I mean, what, they did 6 hours the other day. Like, they can keep going.
Yeah. Last weekend was a long weekend for these guys, as it was a round-robin style, and they played, I mean, I think it was close to 5 to 6 hours long, those guys played. So, yeah. Lots of map time in them today. You know, if we do go to map 3, going to 5 points into the standard 4 points that has been in the past, and IVRL differs themselves from going to 5 points. Normally only 2 maps into the regular season, but here in the finals, we decided to throw that 3rd map in there, so there is not a tiebreaker that could come. But yeah, IVRL, what are we in? This is, so 21 weeks for regular season, and now we're into, what, the second week? No, third week counting.
Third weekend of
postseason, counting the wild card that went down. So it's been a long first season, and we hope everybody has been enjoying it. I have learned a lot as a caster, casted a lot, and been loving every minute of it. So we want to thank all the IVR officials and, you know, what they do, what Trip does, and what all happens in the background. So making all this look pretty and work smooth.
All right. Here we go.
This could be it.
And we're moving objectives. We're on North Red Car.
Ooh. Let's see what the beginners are thinking here, as they do need to hold this round to move on to map number 3. So all the marbles.
All of them.
All
4.
All 4. Man, there's that many marbles?
Don't come in front of me, though.
Oh, and
Vikings holding heavy on lane 1 side. Mantis, Shadow, and Lone Miyagi all moving up 1 and 2.
As you can see, the long laser of Shadow is able to see all the way across the map, basically down lane 1. Smoil's in a good ambush position there to defend and attack against the attackers. Go ahead.
I like watching teams like Smoils and then the identical opposite end on the red car, the K-rail there. I like watching people take those. You have to be sure that someone's watching your back, because if anyone walks around lane 4, you're dead.
Exactly. Yep. And what you're seeing from Lonwick and Pause, you know, they're basically communications. You can hear what's happening behind you if you sit on these porches where Lonwick and Pause are. So Pause can hear what's happening behind lane 4 into lane 3, and Lonwick also can hear lane 3 and lane 2. Is somewhat helping, you know, Smoils and protecting his back. Now, if they did creep in quietly, you know, they're going to get past him. But any movement, any talk is going to come from those guys. And having people across the streets like Stray Jack, you know, watching lane 2, Lonwick can say, hey, here's somebody lane 2, and then you got somebody across the street that can shoot down lane 2. Heavy approach into lane 1 here from the offense.
I mean, I feel like it's very common that we see a opposite of objective on these northern objectives. It's just the easiest way to get across. You want to get behind the houses, right? You want to get all the way north. Once you're there, those southern defensive houses that Lonwick and Pause are on are ineffective. They have to move. And when people move, people die. It's easiest to kill people when they're on the move.
And here comes the 8 to 10 smoke toss here, as Smoils going to toss a flash as he is smoked out. He's going to probably rotate back. Smart move by Smoils, as he knows he's getting approached with more than one person, as more than 2 smokes are coming out. Smoils in a bit of an aggressive spot is going to find one. Is Mantis going to find him? And Smoils finds two as he makes his way to the front porch. Now, he may think he's got that covered, but Lomiyagi has made it across. Shots coming out.
He knows he doesn't need to cover it, though.
Straight
Jack shoots Smoils. Unfortunate. That stress, the smoke, and then movement and the shots. Like, that's how it happened. But Lonwick actually was holding that far angle, so once they had crossed the smoke, Miyagi would have got hit if he would have kept pushing by Pause or Lonwick. Now, instead, it's down to a 2-on-2.
And Pause
instead
knows
of a 4.
Pause knows somebody's over here as his lasers are sweeping constantly here into lane 1. And Lomiyagi pre-firing onto Pause does not pick him up. Pause must be tucked in quite nice there. As you could see, he is slightly behind the wall. Naktum moving ever so slowly here, looking through the bush, seeing if he can find Lonwick. And does. Gets that pick. We are 2v1. Beginners pause left. Last man up to defend this and finds one. Finds Lone Miyagi, and we are down to a 1v1 here on map number 2. Possible match point, but is map point. Pause needs to hold this to go to map 3.
Noctum's got the night vision. He's got the suppressor. He can look through the bushes. He knows where Pause is generally at.
Yeah. Again,
I'd say the advantage here goes to Noctum.
Yeah, because Pause can't see through the bushes from that distance, and Noctum can.
Pause gonna have to peek it again. I mean, technically he doesn't. He could just hang out.
He could
and
sit.
wait.
Yeah, he could sit. If they have a good kill count, if he knows that's the last man up, then he's got to feel pretty safe. You can sit, but Nactum knowing exactly where he's at, he's in a very... I mean, this leans towards Nactum because he can make any rotation he needs to based on knowing that exact spot. And he knows Pause is not going to move from there. It's too exposed.
Wonder Noctum could go try and find utility, but I feel like all the utility points were spent on smokes, so maybe nothing
and
available
VGs.
for him. VGs. We've got all the unneeded utility.
Can
here.
Nactum win this?
All he needs to do is see an elbow. Oh,
I think
boy.
Pause saw him.
Did Pause see it?
At
He stood up. He tucked back in.
this point, you got to let him get close.
I mean, Noctum just has to hold the angle and keep pieing it. Anytime Pause peeks, Noctum could be anywhere in his line of sight. Is that a flash? That's a flash.
It's a frag.
That's a frag. That's a frag. Wow.
Oh, non-cooked. If you could have cooked it a little bit, would have helped.
And Noctum's still just watching that corner. He knows exactly where he is.
This has got to be nerve-wracking for Pause because they have to come to him. Nactum can't just sit and let time run out.
He knows that. He knows where the objective is. He knows that they have to move. Oh my God, the mind games here. Noctum moving. He hears the 30-second beeps now. He knows how much time he has left. If he doesn't get the kill, he doesn't get the point. He has to get there. He has to get to an angle where he can see Pause. Pause watching a long angle. Oh, Noctum sees the elbow! And Vikings take it.
Wow. 2 maps in a row. And what a rotation by Nactum. I mean, you had to. You just had to keep slicing that pie and keep finding that rotation. And, I mean, unfortunate for Pause, he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, and let's talk about the kill. Noctum and Shadow both had 11 on this map. They're both doing solid work.
Yeah, exactly. 11 kills. It's not uncommon. They went a full 9 rounds. There was no cap. So full 9 rounds there, and map 3 is not going to take place here this afternoon. But man, what a congratulations to Vikings, man. Hard fought, and Bizarre was just bizarre. I mean, all Marsoc wins. 3 caps? It was 3 caps. 2 right off the bat,
caps,
and a cap to win it. And then just a hard fought battle on Suburbia here. And man, what a first matchup to start the semifinals. What else can we go over here? What else can we go over, Trip? Congratulations to Vikings.
I mean, let's see. That moves Vikings on, so they are guaranteed prizing.
Let's jump into the prizes as we're talking.
So Vikings they're automatically going to walk away at this point with a second place prize. So they're going to get at least $840. If they
Right.
win tomorrow, they'll get the 2180, and then if they win again, they'll get another 1400 on top of that.
Yeah. So these are all cumulative. The further you go, the more you build up. You know, when it comes to the NA first and the world champ. But yeah, I can't believe what happened here with the Vikings, and especially Bazaar. Crazy. But a special thanks to the IVR officials who donated their personal money into the prize pool. The Raptors, who won World Championship in a different league last year, took their prize money and donated it to IVRL, as one of the members of the Raptors is also an IVR official. And then James Boak donating 10 gun stocks, Boak stocks here to the, what'd you say, the regional champs?
The regional champs, yeah.
Yep, cool.
I think it's four for each team is what I think. Maybe 5. I don't remember exactly.
And we'll go back. We'll take a look at those starting lineups that happened today, as the number 2 beginners at a 2485 SRS went down to Vikings, who are running number 3 in the regular season. Mantis, Lone Yagi, Embolism, Nacto, Shadow Warrior, Thrywind, Caltrup, and Turtle move on to the regional finals tomorrow. And then beginners will will move on tomorrow as well in the bronze matchup against the loser on our other channel, IVRL2, which would be Boss Fight and Team K.
Yeah, there is a bronze matchup. I'm not sure if we're going to have that casted yet. I don't know our roster lineup for tomorrow. The finals definitely can be casted tomorrow.
Yeah, and let's see here. Back to the scoreboard. Yeah, I mean, how do we want to finish this off? Do we want to show our nice Veil promotion? Why don't you talk a little bit more about Veil and what's coming up this summer?
Well, so Veil, I mean, you saw the video. If you didn't see the video, we'll definitely play it again. But Veil is doing a LAN event with IVRL in Miami in September. Running their launch season, as we're calling it, and it's going to be awesome.
Yes.
I'm super hyped for it. The devs have been working closely with us about getting competitive changes to the game, getting us the ability to pull data from the game. Like, there's been all kinds of information shared with the devs, and we've been working really closely with them, and we're super excited for it. I'm super excited to do a LAN. I want to see all you people in Miami. I cannot wait.
Yes.
The next one will hopefully be in Barbados. We'll do an island LAN.
Yeah.
Season 2.
I could probably jump on that. I mean, we could probably find some time for that. And hopefully, if scheduling works out, that I'll be able to join the LAN as a caster as well. So lots of stuff going to happen. Lots of things could possibly go down this summer, but stick around. Join the IVRL Discord so you can stay attuned to everything that's going to happen. Let's watch that Veil promo one more time before we sign off here. All right, folks, there you saw. That is the Veil announcement for IVRL. And you read that right. 35,000 in cash and prizes for this summer tournament. Going to happen around the August-September timeframe. So stay tuned in the IVRL Discord. Please join that, as hopefully one of the members of the board or the officials can drop that in chat. IVRL Discord invites LAN events. It's been a long time since VR esports have been in a LAN event, and this is going to happen in Miami sometime later this summer, early fall, to end that season and tournament out. So big news for IVRL. Congratulations to them, to us, to all of you who may be a part of that and could be a part of that. They are Veil is still in their beta stage, so keep an eye on Steam. This is a PC VR game. I believe we are trying to get some keys to possibly send out this weekend while we cast through the finals. That's being worked on as well, but it is in beta stage, so join the Veil Discord as well. I've heard they've given out free keys to people in the Discords and the chats that have been asking for them. So lots of options there for you guys. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. It was one banger of a matchup, and if you haven't seen it all, you're going to want to go back and watch map number 1 on the VOD. I mean, absolutely. It was a sight unseen. I don't want to give too many spoilers away in case you're just joining us on the round by round. But Trip, what do you got for us, man?
So if you didn't get enough Onward, I mean, so the other channel is also already done. These are the fastest EU matches I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. So if you didn't get enough Onward action, tune back in 6 o'clock Eastern tonight in, 3 hours and 15 minutes. And we'll be live again with the NA semifinals, which are going to be G-Men versus Dark Matter and Raptors versus Dark Tidings. And we've got some graphics. You can check out those teams if you want to pull those up.
Yeah, you want the lineups?
Yeah, let's show them the lineups.
Let's show some peoples. G-Men versus Dark Matter. Here we go. We got G-Men running first place so far in the regular season, or so far. They finished first place in the regular season. Running with the man, Zach Fontaine, Brass to Mount, Biggie, Smalls, 404, Nintendo, A Miracle Dev, and Gent. And Dark Matter, a long-running team as well, running with Captain Dr. Aqua Fighter, Matt Outdoors with the wonderful profile pick, High Voltage, Zucchini Zhang, Esco, Phenoram, and Will Sell My P. 2 great teams, been around a long time, and you're going to want to see that matchup as well. We have the Raptors taking on Dark Tidings. And full POVs of the Raptors there, your world champs last year, and also donating money into this year's prize pool, running with Captain Marksman, Distorted, Messino, Raz TM, Rypick, Soldier Z, and Tiger Striker. What do you think of that Dark Tidings team? What do you got?
I mean, I know somebody here may have designed some of these logos, but we have the NA number 6 finalist with Captain Love. We've got Funshine, Kalanon, Shoot This, Mission, Scope, William Dunce, and Crazy Dave.
Yes. And yeah, some good people there. Dark Tidings, I did do the Funshine logo. That was a long time ago. I did Loves and Kales and Crazy Dave's a while back, but they used their real images tonight and for this special event. So we want to appreciate everybody that took part of that as well. You know, it's nice to put names to faces and voices, because that's all we hear. Everybody looks the same when you're in the game. But it's nice to put face to some voices and some names. And I myself, on camera for the first time as a caster as well. Trip is just, I mean, the golden child of casting. He is camera friendly, and man, is he good at it. What else we got, Trip?
Yeah.
What else?
I mean, I think that's it. Have we hit every button in the deck? I think we've touched all of the
You
things.
made so many good buttons. Oh, we didn't do the boss fight. Well, boss fight today. So we got to put this up. Boss fight took on a Team K. I don't even know who the winner was.
I don't either. I didn't see the end of the match.
I figured someone would tell us.
We will find out.
But starting lineups for boss fight, as they finished number 1 in the EU over the regular season: Radarhead, Archer, Little Sayonara, Woods 43, Legel, Scooby-Doo, Icy Woods, and 24 Gray. And
I think boss fight won that.
Okay. And K-Fought starting lineup was Seal 54, Fever, Dita, Chachinobi, 5 Bong, EJ, and Nora J. And we appreciate the K-Fought team, as some of them are early in the morning, 2-3 a.m. for those guys. But still, they've done it all season and have been super, friendly with it. And they know that they're, the odd team out that's kind of in a different time zone than everybody else. I don't know. I think I've hit all the buttons. You've made such beautiful buttons. I think I've pressed them all. You've made this an incredibly easy experience. And I thank you, Trip, and I thank Etch for all the amazing caster stuff that happened. And I hope you guys enjoyed today.
I just want to give a shout out to all the viewers, all of the players, everyone that made this season possible. Never would I have thought that it would take off the way it did. I just wanted to play Onward with my friends, guys.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
And if you want to get involved, we are coming to the end of season 1, but if you want to get involved for season 2, hit us up. We've still got those caster applications pinned in the announcements channel. We are looking for some devs. Like anything you want to do, we're always looking for help.
Yep.
The more people, the easier this goes. And
it looks like we're expanding a little bit this summer too.
Yeah.
So, things are taking off for the IVRL. And if you don't want to do it in a public forum, create a ticket. It's super simple. There's a channel that says create a ticket. Just get on there and you're going to be immediately connected to every official. And just ask a question or mention something, suggestions. We're open for everything here. IVRL's done an amazing job so far this season. And hey, we're just getting into the middle of the postseason here. Great matchups coming tonight. T-minus 3 hours, 10 minutes. Yeah.
We're also going to have some things up. We're going to have some like post-season debriefs, some questionnaires. What do you want? What do you not want? What do you want changed? Just general feedback. We want to know. I mean, the whole founding of IVRL was to go around the community, and we want to know how the community feels. We just finished a long season, and we've got some great matches under our belts. We've got some great casts under our belts. We've learned a lot, and so we want to get everyone's feedback. So stay tuned. Be in the Discord. Make sure you're watching the announcements. We'll definitely put stuff out if we decide to do stuff. Definitely want to do another town hall. So hopefully we'll get one of those together after the season is over. And then we're going to have a little bit of a vacation because this has been a long season.
It's been a long season. Especially for those of us that play as well. I myself casting a ton, captain of the team. And we just play every night, scrims. It's been a long season, but it's been an amazingly fun and awesome experience. I never thought casting would be this fun, and I didn't think I'd be this attached to it. But yeah, you probably see my name all the time, and I apologize on that.
Well, I think that's it from the casting desk. I'm Trip. I was hosted today by Lampy28, who did his beautiful face reveal today.
Not as good as Trip, but I don't have a whole room green screen yet, but I will maybe. But thank y'all. We do appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. Let's see, we had viewers stick around for us just chatting and saying a bunch of nonsense. But man, Veil coming up this summer. Get in the Discord, guys, and come back to this channel. 3 hours from now, we'll be live again on IVRL 1 and 2. And thanks again, Trip. It was a blast. And congratulations to the Vikings as they throw a little bit of an upset, taking 2 out of 3 maps, going 10-8 on the final score. Congratulations, Vikings. We will see you next time. Have a good night, and God bless y'all.